When they buy the DVD box set, that's ignorant nigga shit that purchase. $39.99.
Right. So you're gonna have that ignorant shit be the outtakes, but the show be niggas like this. You're like, yo, who are these niggas?
Yo, we're multifaceted, yo. We're multifaceted. We're men of many hats, yo.
We're trying to appeal to all demographics.
We're men of many hats. That's us.
See, you can't even have a functional conversation.
Yes, you
anymore.
can.
Sure you can.
It's about seeing ghosts.
Yo, in all seriousness, I'm talking to my homegirl yesterday, and mind you, she's a cashier at Target. And she's gonna say to me, I can't find a good guy. She's cute. But she's like, yo, I'm looking for a lawyer or a doctor. So I'm kind of looking at the phone like, a lawyer or a doctor? You only have a GED. How can you sit there and say that you're looking for a lawyer or a doctor?
Is she in school now?
She's not in school.
How good does she look?
She works at Target.
But how good does she look?
She's
Because it's a completely different scale for women than this for men.
She's
totally
like,
different.
She's a strong.
Now,
she's a strong 7.75.
Okay, well,
What
she has
gives-
unrealistic expectations.
That sounds like a real
Even if she's like, you know, it's a completely different scale for women than it is for men. Even if you're a dime and you work for Target or whatever as a cashier, even as a manager, it's right to say or to knock down the quote unquote regular dude and say, you know what, I only want a lawyer or a doctor, someone that's a doctor. You're not on the same level. And then that same girl is going to be mad she get the lawyer or the doctor. The lawyer or the doctor is basically going to look at her as you're beneath me. Therefore, I'm in an awkward situation.
But maybe not. Yeah.
Is she aspiring?
Have you seen Real Housewives of anything?
You said what?
What degrees do those chicks have, yeah?
Zero.
The majority of those chicks, basketball wives, they're not even wives, yeah? They're like basketball jump-offs.
Right, yeah, this is true.
But I mean, that's because this shit is made by a ex-basketball wife. I mean, they found something good to do at that time.
But these chicks
And
don't
they
have
got cameras
degrees in
around.
nothing. They don't play no sports. They don't excel at shit. They're
It's-
I look good enough that a nigga wanted to wife me.
All those shows are there exploiting homemanship. I mean,
He said homemanship.
homemanship. It's a bunch of hoes.
first.
Are you gonna allow someone, you get to the pinnacle of where you're trying to be, you're running the marketing game, are you gonna allow a female to come to you and say, yo, I work at Walmart, but I have an expectation that you're gonna pay my bills? You're gonna take me to nice
You
dinner?
don't have to
way.
keep going. You don't have to count more fingers. It's stopping right there.
It's not happening.
It's stopping right there. Did I meet her at Walmart?
You met her at the club.
I met her at the club. And she works for Walmart. Not
She works
Walmart
for-
corporate, Walmart
No,
corporate?
Walmart at the register, and she's making minimum wage at this point. The last I checked was $7.25. She works and she makes $8 an hour. She has no education. She has no culture.
How aspiring is she?
She's bad.
How
But there's nothing else to do.
aspiring is she? Is she on her way to?
No, she's not
admitted to like
No.
prestigious college.
I can't even believe though.
She's
this
looking
discussion
to
is even
become-
happening.
she's
You
looking-
act like cats care what a
she's
chick
looking-
does for a living.
It
yeah?
depends on
Yeah,
what you
they do.
want her for.
Yeah,
if
they
you
do.
just want to smash, then you don't give a fuck. Like you're a cashier or no, that's cool. You don't give a fuck. Like that's cool because all
Right,
you
hype
know
up
is
about the
oh you
cashier
like
shit.
yeah like word. How long you been there? 5 years. You got to stay there. They can't even fire you.
Not even that.
You know when you think you know you're right. You don't even, oh, you know you're right. So that means you're ahead of the game. That's what's up. That means you got one leg up on the rest of the cashiers that are there. That's cool. You don't care. You don't care. You just care like what's popping, but what's good for the night. Because that's where the conversation's gonna lead. However, if you met her in the club, you guys are having a great conversation, and then you're like, yo, this chick is really smart. Where did you go to school? Oh, I didn't go to school. Well, what do you do? I'm a cashier at Walmart. You're like, wow, like it kind of stuns you. It kind of stuns you that this chick doesn't have an
If you have
education
that, yeah.
and she doesn't have a prestigious job because she gives off the air of somebody that
If
does.
you have that level of consciousness.
If you do, and this is what I'm saying, like if you approach it like, yo, I'm not just looking for a jump for the night. I'm really engaged in this chick's conversation. It's different than, yo, I'm just trying to see what's good for the night. What's good for the night? Oh, where you work there? Oh, that's cool. You're grazing over all of these facts.
Because those are things that you're not really interested in.
You don't care.
Your story is not intriguing to me. All I want to know is, what words do I need to say to achieve the goal?
Cats don't care.
But it's not even about. You know what it is?
Hold on.
Continue.
No, you know what it is? It's about you. You sit there, and you can sit amongst a group of females, and it be that one or two or three females within that group that are like, yeah, I want a nigga to do this. I want a man to have this, that, and the third. And then you be like, nah, that shit is real. I mean, what is it that you do? I mean,
what does she look like?
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
the
it does.
fact that you
because
say,
you're like, yo, this ugly chick, she's never gonna get that.
Yo, it's like me saying, I want the government to do this, that, and the third, and they should pass this law and that law, but I don't even vote. Nigga, do you vote? Like, no. How do you have these expectations?
If this chick meets, like, we're totally like taking out the realm that like how dudes rate chicks. They'll see a chick walking down the street and be like, yo, nah, I wouldn't wife that. Yo, I would just smash that. Or, yeah, she's wifey material, but nah, I don't know if I would just want to smash that. Her ass isn't fat enough. Like, cats judge wifey material based solely on looks.
External.
Solely. Do you know how many trophy wives there are? These chicks don't have degrees.
Nothing.
They don't have no qualifications. They don't pass no tests.
It doesn't make it right. But so many of these trophy wives have the expectation that I'm only dating an athlete, I'm only dating an entertainer. And it's, to me, how could you possibly have the audacity to say that if this person doesn't have this profession or doesn't make this amount of money, they're not worthy of being your man?
It depends.
When you don't have anything to bring to the table, you can't challenge me. It's just sex.
But
it's just sex.
What you look like.
I can get sex anywhere.
And then, all right, so I'm saying you can get sex anywhere. But like chicks, like I don't know any dudes in life who aspire to be house husbands. Who are like, yo, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get this degree, and then I'm gonna come out and I'm just gonna look for some woman to marry, and I can knock her up and she'll be pregnant, and I'll take care of the kids. But there are plenty of women with degrees who are like, all I want is to be the head of the household. I just want to raise children, I want to come out, I want to be married to some man, and I want us to build a family together. I'm not worried about my career. So you have women who, at least for them, have been socialized and internalized a goal of marriage and family. And it has nothing to do with what their qualifications are, certifications, or achievements that they've reached in life.
So why not look for the marriage and the family with the person that you fall in love with, and allow the compatibility between you and that person to make the determination of that's who I want to marry?
Because they ain't that bright.
It's cool. It's cool to say that I want to be married. I want to be a mother. I don't have any problem with that. But when you're saying that in order for me to date you, to get to the level of saying that I'm in love with you enough, or I'm willing to be your partner and bear your children, you have to have a certain amount of zeros in your paycheck. That's ridiculous, and it's extremely ignorant.
It's limiting any possibilities in a relationship because you're dwindling down all the prospects to a very small percentage. Mm-hmm. And that small percentage is at the top of the food chain, so to speak, because they can choose who they want to deal with, what context they want to deal with them in, based on what you said before, are you wifey material, are you not? And then the way it pans out and plays out is all dictated by however they feel about the situation. So they can say, I'm going to put you in the whole category, and I'm going to keep you in the whole category, no matter what you say, no matter what you do. I'm going to jump you off when I choose to jump you off, how I choose to jump you off, and when I'm ready to leave, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Well, one, I feel like we're approaching this from a very masculine perspective. Obviously, we're all dudes, but it's like, how could a woman even think like this? And it's like, the reason I illustrated that point of women going to college and still having that goal, their end game is, I just want to be married to a man and I want to be a wife and a mother. No career aspirations, is that it's a whole different concept that guys don't even have, because you're not raised that way. You're not raised to think in a way that's like, I'm going to put myself in that particular position. So you have girls that just get, this chick might work at Walmart, but she might suck the greatest dick on earth. Somebody's going to marry her, yo. Let me
pose this question then. What about the flip side to this? How about the women that have everything together? but will settle for the derelict dude. Chicks that have everything that men like ourselves are looking for, but then they're dating the dude that can't stay out of jail, the dude that's sitting on the couch, the dude that has no education and no aspiration.
The chick that wants to be project manager.
Right. Why do they, on the flip side, end up with that? So then I think that has a lot to say with us as men of color. That are we intimidated? Would you say that we're intimidated by women that have this stuff together?
But men do the same thing.
I would.
Men do the same thing.